Oh yeah, the hard drive mining shit is here. Let's go! I'm stoked. Excuse my excitement. Today's video is really about a new hard drive miner I got. Oh, they basically showed up the same day. So freaking excited. I've got the new Evergreen miner that now has 20% compression, which basically means 20% more coin, 20% more earnings. Also, the hard drive mining shed is here. And I've got my electrician and HVAC guy on schedule to basically turn this into my own little DIY data center hard drive mining facility. That's like the fancy way to say it. Today I want to run through the improvements on this miner, but to give you the quick and dirty, when you go from 16 terabyte drives to 18 terabyte drives plus compression, it's kind of like the performance of 2 of the old rigs. So this is actually a huge increase for the performance of these miners. And there are a couple other options, and you can DIY your own rigs. Sure, go ahead. Let me take you into the mining shed real quick before I walk over there and we really deep dive the miner. I know bad echo in here. I know it gets maybe soundproofing, right? We'll talk quietly. But oh my God, this thing's already wired. It's all good to go. I just got to hook it up to my service. And you know it's green. Why? Because Chia's green. When we farm that XCH, it's green. Their mining algorithm, they boast how green hard drive mining is. And we even got evergreens in there. They're green, and I'm green, and the grass is green. I ran out of green things. There's a lot of things I'm really frustrated with the mining farm right now. I'm hitting a lot of roadblocks, a lot of hurdles. My digital shovel is running at half speed because basically one of the PDUs broke, and it's like proprietary, so it's pretty much flat. To just be blunt. On a positive note, I finally got the garage doors to work. Watch, I'm gonna say that and it's not gonna work right now. Hey, you know, small victories say win war. And trust me, I'm battling. So I've been running all my hard drive miners up here. So this is my current hard drive mining setup. 1, 2, 3, and now 4. Full rigs. These are the starter kit pros. Each rig has 10 hard drives on it. The 3, 1, 2, 3, those 3 all have 16 terabyte drives, and I should have 18 terabyte drives in this rig. Also, we should be a go on our collaborative miner with them. So, you know, full disclosure, right? You know, I'm talking to them, working with them some. I'm not here to mislead you guys or anything like that. You know, I keep it 100. That's my thing. These are the cases, no drives in there. But this is super exciting because most notably, we're going to be using a new board they're developing. And, you know, this isn't certain yet, but we are targeting 30% compression, which would be even higher earnings, higher returns. And that's something they're working towards for all their units. But if we can get it locked down, we will be the first release that they have that has that level of compression. So again, 30%, that would be an additional 10% over the additional 20% that this new rig is supposed to be doing. I just got it in, I just took it out all the boxes, I just stacked it up. I'm just gonna run it like this. I'm hoping to get the hard drive mining shed up and running. I'm really trying to turn this thing around fast. Within a week, it won't be picture perfect necessarily, but it'll be running hopefully, right? Don't hit any major issues here. And at that point, I'll move all this gear in here. It's really hot. It's probably 90 degrees up here. Lower level is somewhere around like 86, just like the 86 in the garage, which is also green. But let me run you through some of the setup on this. What I noticed, if you look at this, they've got a new USB hub. I haven't seen them use this hub before. And I mean, what do you think I'm doing right here? Do you think this is a secret mod? Let me know down in the comments what this SD card swap means. But a notable thing here is they've got a new USB hub. And so every case you see is one hard drive. every hard drive needs a USB connection going into that hub. They also, I guess, have moved back towards their previous power supply design. So we can see two big power supplies like this and then one smaller one. So I guess I'll just run the little guy here on the hub, and then I'll run 5 splitters, and then one of these other power supplies will power 5 drives. So it's better to only split 5 ways instead of 6 ways. Their older design had 2 power supplies that were splitting 5 and 6. So we can just pump the brakes on what I just said. I reached out to Evergreen specifically about this because I'm like, what are you guys doing? This power supply setup is sweet. Why are we moving away from this? So I guess I forgot or didn't know or whatever, but I had a beta version of it, and they've been customizing it, and they're getting custom cables and whatever. But basically, they're moving towards that, an even better version of it, which is really cool, and it's gonna make wire management a dream, especially for plebs like me who have just terrible wire management. But I really cannot just understate. It's cool that they keep revising, iterate. And to see the enhancements, right? They've changed their cases. They've gone from 3D printing to injection molds. They've changed their board numerous times. They're going up in terabyte drive size, it's just kind of standard. They've changed their USB hubs. The new one seems noticeably nicer from the finish to just everything about it, as opposed to the old one. So I just want to put some respect on that. I appreciate that as a consumer. So we've got the USBs. Each USB goes into each hard drive, and then the hub has a connection to the USB hub. And then the USB hub has a connection to the hard drive hub, which, not trying to brag, but your boy got a custom one off here. It's a clear hub, okay? It reminds me of the best decade of all time. Obviously, that's the 90s, okay? When things were fun and funky and weird, and every commercial you saw on TV, you were like, am I tripping out right now?
You have come a long way, but are you ready for the future?
All right, let me turn those off. That probably improved the audio quality, and I just want to apologize for turning this off earlier. But we're not reshooting this. We got a lot of stuff to do today. I already met with the electrician. We're supposed to be hitting the wiring in just a couple of days. HVAC guy for the hard drive shed is supposed to come a couple days later. And then I got some groundwork to do myself, figuring out a flooring solution and getting that in there, getting some racks in there, and just something. Go, deploy. So to bring it back to this thing, right? This is the Evergreen Miner hub. In here, we've got an Ethernet cable, we've got the USB connections, and then we have that little round guy. He's gonna be a power slot. I spent a lot of time creating a very detailed beginner's guide, setup guide, tutorial for these miners. So if you wanna get started with these, please watch that video. But let me just tell you, it's easy. It's as easy as it gets when it comes to something like this. And as a reminder, you can DIY a Chia mining rig or an XCH farmer, okay? Go ahead if you want to, but it's a lot more involved than you may think. But if you're technical, you could absolutely accomplish it. And even if you're not, don't let me crap on your dreams. Get out there and get it done. If you put your mind to anything and you put in the effort, you can do it. All right, the only difference between you and the guy that you want to be like is probably going to be some effort, maybe a little luck, which we like to call RNG around here. But the point is, just keep grinding, keep chasing it. And I don't listen to all the haters. Every step I take, people are like, that's dumb, that's stupid. You shouldn't do that. You'll never make it. People are dunking on my hard drive mining deployment. You know what? Fuck you. All right? I'm going to chase it. And if I don't make it, well, whatever. At least when I die or quit this game, then I will have at least tried. I will have played. Will you be able to say the same? I hope so. I really do. So I'm going to put this down, and also this camera. And I'm going to finish hooking this up, and then I'm going to walk you through the quick things I do on the app side. Assuming you have the app set up already, and if you don't, again, check out the full tutorial video guide. But you've got the Evergreen app set up, and all you do is go to add a new device. it searches your network. It'll probably find it. If it doesn't, you can log into your network and manually punch in the IP. And even though when I went to add a new device and you see the screen capture, it says it didn't find it. Then when I back off that screen, that new hub, or really the whole mining rig, is already there. After that, just need to make sure it's got an internet connection, again, Ethernet or Wi-Fi. I set up both, probably not needed, but why not? And then at that point, you just need to kind of let it boot up, do its thing. It'll walk you through on the dashboard, you know, it's doing the farmer, it's doing a device installation, it's installing the farmer. And then even in this scenario, it did not detect my hard drives. So it's like, hey, the hub's set up, but where are your drives? I thought you wanted to be a hard drive miner. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Please. If you get the USB hub version that I got, make sure the buttons on it are pushed down. If they're pushed down, that's on. If they're up higher, that's off. By default, when I opened mine, they were all off. So I got this error message, and it's like, connect your drives, idiot. And I'm like, my bad. After pushing them down, I just did a quick restart. Then it was good to go. And I don't know if this is me being impatient. It may just work if you sit around. I find to just get quicker results when I force close the app, like on an iPhone, I just swipe up and, you know, completely close the application. And then I open Evergreen mobile app again. And I seem to just get faster refreshes that way. That's probably maybe not making a difference, but just throwing that out there if you get frustrated and you want to maybe try to speed the process up a little bit. But that really completes the setup. You can see everything's plugged in. I got the power in, I got the USB hard drive connections in, then I have everything running back to the hub, which I think this clear hub is so freaking cool. And then I also have the power cables plugged in for 120 volt, you know, just a normal outlet, especially in the US. I just use these APC surge protectors. They are, in my experience, great, high quality, and a ton of connections. I put all my gear on them, you know, my computer, my, you know, hard drive rigs like this, among, you know, my Nintendo Switch, which I've been playing Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is a really good time. So if you liked any of the other Pikmins, Pikmin 4 is, you know, a very good continuation of that series. I've been enjoying it, but it has a just dire missing piece of true co-op, which Pikmin 3 Deluxe had, which was some of the most fun Alexa and I have had gaming together ever. So that's a huge shame, and I was really rooting for that to be in Pikmin 4. Time skip. Am I actually earning 20% more? Well, future me, am I? I'm not trying to hype this up or oversell it, but I'm honestly really impressed with the earnings bump. Okay, so there is a bug. I don't have this reported line of space. I'm not in the PBs yet, but your boy's getting closer. So as we look at these rigs, the light farmer is going to be the compressed Evergreen miner that we've been talking about. And ignore the effective space. Light farmer is different than the other farming protocol, to put it simply, which is going to be the flex pool, flex farmer, and the other Evergreen miners, I believe. The light farmer is an entirely different way to simply be mining or farming Chia. So what's notable here is we look at the points. These points are really what we're being paid off of. These points are translating to earnings. You think of them like submitted shares if you're familiar with other forms of cryptocurrency mining. All three of the rigs are about 14,000 points. The latest rig has 18 terabyte drives instead of 16 terabyte drives. So we do have a just straight up storage bump that is contributing to this. But it's a good reminder that, you know, if you can swing it, more hard drive space is going to just simply translate to more earnings. But we are dealing with 20,000 points, 6,000 additional points per rig due to only 20 more terabytes in conjunction with 20% compression. If you take this rig, which consistently underperforms these two others, this rig is about 50% more profitable due to, the additional hard drive space and the compression. My first thought is, hey Evergreen, do you have a compression upgrade option? Because I want to send all my stuff back and get on the compressed train because it's just straight up more earnings. I think it's really cool that they brought this improvement. They're not charging more for it. You could say that they needed to do this to stay relevant, to stay competitive. But for older customers, I want to know, how can we get compressed? How can we get these other rigs compressed? For new customers, pretty exciting development. When we look at the earnings, and keep in mind, just so this is very clear, this is for the culmination of all of my Evergreen miners here, which translates to 40 hard drives. Each one of these is a starter kit pro. I've reviewed these as they've come in. There's been different iterations over time. I've been mining with these Evergreen miners since December 2022, so the end of last year. The big takeaway here is that this was plus one rig, but it's a significant bump, and it brings my daily earnings up to probably a number finally that people find more interesting. $5.50 per day, or what's even more exciting to me is 0.18 XCH is how much I'm earning here. I think that Chia absolutely has a 10x in the price. So I'm just gonna sit here, hodl my way to hopeful victory, and in retrospect, that will be over $50 a day. We'll see what happens. But if I didn't believe in this stuff, I wouldn't be doing it. These rigs don't cost much at all to operate, and I think some people quickly forget that. It's so easy for my Bitcoin mining operation to go belly up because I'm paying literally several $1,000s a month in electricity for my Bitcoin mining farm. In comparison, I am paying like $20 to run all these rigs, if that, for farming Chia. The difference in electrical cost is astronomical. And I have a lot of data. There's been about a week from when I shot the initial video. I'm all excited, and then I wanted to just gather some data so we can see that even over the last 7 days, you know, I earned 35.68, right? And we'll divide that by 7, and we can see that comes to about $5 a day, which actually we can see it pretty clearly here. I'm making, you know, $3.50, $4 a day, and then I add this additional rig, and it's a significant bump in my hard drive mining profitability, you know, for this whole operation. Also, I really cannot understate how exciting it is to hit blocks. So just 12 days ago, I hit another Chia block. That's plus 0.25 coins straight to the wallet, and it's never factored in to these earnings. So some people realize as they actually start mining that this can be a little bit more profitable than people may think. But all in all, I'm having fun. I feel kind of rejuvenated on the hard drive mining front. It reminds me, you know, more akin to the GPU mining days where like just the energy consumption wasn't insane, especially when you had smaller GPU rigs. But of course, you know, like CPU mining and even, you know, hard drive mining. Granted, hard drive mining on VoskCoin was a bad experience for many different reasons. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to get off topic or just keep ranting or talking circles. I'm just having fun, and I hope that doesn't come across as shilling the coin or you know, whatever people want to say. I'm having fun, and I have had a unique opportunity to work with Evergreen on some of these miner reviews. But I'm dropping cash, expanding my hard drive mining operation here as well. So this is much more than a review video or a hobby. I am building out a hard drive mining, you know, arm to the VoskCoin mining business moving forward. I mean, that's why I am investing in a full-blown shed completely built around hard drive mining, which for most people, especially in the beginning, you don't really need. These things go great in your spare bedroom. You could even put it in your bedroom. It's not that loud. Maybe it will replace your noise machine. It's a passive income noise machine, huh? I mean, is that going to be the next headline for the product we all don't need, but we probably want, right? You can put it in your basement. You can put it in your garage. The point is, it goes in a lot of places very easily. I don't want these in the house. I'm looking to scale. I'm also going to deploy a server. So this functions as a server room, and I'm, you know, slapping all my hard drives in there because it'll be a clean environment. Above all, I'm building this to not only have scalability, maybe this is redundant, but simply to scale. Just like I hope you help the VoskCoin YouTube channel scale by subscribing if you haven't already, if for no other reason than for our CSO, that's our Chief Subscribe Officer at VoskCoin, who just left the room. Oh, she's back. Tails Vosk. 10 seconds of Tails in every video. It's a fun staple we do here, or at least I think it's fun. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.
Ah.